I got this cat secondhand as well. Just kidding. This is... Good. This is what I mean when I say you can have multiple pieces around the house already that you just need to restyle. And then you can put them into something else that you kind of like. And I love this. This is on the stairwell. Had that painting forever. Those flowers were also here. This lamp was also here. I've had this book, which is kind of like, it's a little day book about the simple abundances of living. Day book of comfort and joy. But yeah, it's super sweet, especially from down here. The perspective is very cute. You can't really tell, but maybe if I turn the light off. But yeah, we just moved this around. We found this in the basement. This lamp has been on the porch. That painting, I brought it from my house. I wasn't sure where to put it, but like, it's just very cute. Little cozy. Wife, she's taking a little nappy new. As one does. Whoa, those eyes are crazy wide right now for it. And also yellow. Dude, are you sleeping? Her kind of freaking me out. You know what? I'm gonna leave you alone. There's Miss Freya too, drinking some wine. Period. There's her sister, her nuisance of a sister, who I love very dearly. They're both around the same age. Yeah, I just kind of put this up right now. Not sure how I feel. I might put white on it. Oh, this is crooked as who knows what. But yeah. So this lamp is another lamp I thrifted actually recently. There's some beetle earrings for you that I got for Christmas. It does still have this on it, so that's one thing with thrifting. You might find pieces that have marks on them. You can paint over it, you could ignore it. I might put stickers on here, but honestly I really don't care. Because look how awesome this is, right? It's got this, it's got night mode, which is like you can adjust. I'm sorry, this is not my, this is brightness mode, so it gets really bright, or you can have it just a little bright. Night mode, I think, is just when you're like going to sleep. So I turn it on. Yeah, it's kind of dark. This one, it's like, I don't know what M is. I should look that up, actually. I think it just changes. Yeah. Pretty cool. Also dim. I use this one kind of for reading if, you know, I don't want to wake anybody up. This one changes color, which is kind of dope because it makes me feel like that SpongeBob episode where you're like, hey, you know what I mean? The jellyfish. If you didn't watch SpongeBob, I'm really sorry. Like, I really am. And I say that with the utmost sincerity. But yeah, I love this. Also, the best piece. I always plug in, also, yeah, always plug in your electronics at the thrift store because sometimes they don't work. But I usually have really good luck with that. And I saw this and I was like, that looks like a charging port, but maybe it's not. But then, found out, oh, not it not working on cue. Found out, it is a charging port. Okay, you cannot see on this camera. But it be charging. So yeah, I put that there. I don't love that the phone is close to me though at night, so I might be moving it, but honestly, it's pretty cool that it charges. So that's one. Okay. Something else I thrifted is what I'm sitting on right now, this little chair. Oh, can you see it? That I sanded actually and painted a bit. And it's not fully done, but I was like, I kind of want to put it in the room even though it's not done. I just think it's so cute. I keep it here right next to the collage area and I sit, and usually it's where I film stuff. I think that's super fun. Let's see what else. Yeah, and I wanted to showcase some other things around the house that I've thrifted that are secondhand pieces that I love. Some of it, again, has been stuff that was already here, and you just move it to a different location, and it's like fresh and new and beautiful. And so I just want to show some of that, and yeah, maybe do a little intro into who I am as well at the end. So let's go see some more thrifty finds. Ooh, that made me cringe. Too late. Here is another one I have, another basically, you know, practical thrift that I think is very aesthetic and cute, but also, you know, it's good to have. It talks about getting different stains out of your clothes, and I have actually used this multiple times. I guess I'm clumsy. I've also thrifted. This whole like section is basically thrifted minus this, which again was another piece that was in the house that we just moved from where it was before, and I moved it over here, and I think it fits perfectly in this area. Thrifted cookbooks. All my cookbooks are thrifted. I love this one because it has multiple, like vegetarian, you know, stuff for beef, pork, breakfast, lunch. It's great. Then I love this. This is one of my favorite thrift finds because I just think it is gorge. And then when you turn on the little candles, it's like a little cozy scene right here. We also have coasters in here when people come over, as well as these, which are those like good smelling potpourri type. They're not coasters, but you could use them as that, but they're more like potpourri. This was also, I found someone with giving away a bunch of free frames, and so I took a few of them. And this one I just wrote something in because I couldn't really think of a picture that I think would look nice there, but I do think little text looks cute there. It's just so cozy. And then yeah, these are inherited vinyls that aren't necessarily ours. I do think they are his mom's, so they're not ours, but it does look really nice there. And yeah, it's just a super cozy scene, and I really like these. This is a thrift find I've had for years. I love it. It's kitchen conversions. It's like basically, you know, telling you the tablespoons, the measurements. I think this is great to have in the kitchen so that you don't always have to go to your phone or what might have you. You can just kind of look up there and say, hey, what was that? Well, I guess you can't really see. But I think it's perfect. I feel like I want to really embrace the New England style home because we do live in New England and it's cozy, you know what I mean? So I want to make a cozy home, and I think that looks super cute in the kitchen now. Love it. Here's something I also thrifted, got secondhand. It is a coat rack that's super cute and perfect place to put shoes. A little messy now, obviously, but I just took the dog on a walk, so there's her stuff. So it's great for that. I put her leash there, you can grab and go, harness, shoes at the bottom, and then jackets sometimes, my bag and gloves. You know, it's just something really cool to have in this space because it's kind of, we had a coat rack here before that was falling over and not really working. And this one is perfect. And it matches the colors because it's like, I don't know, not burgundy, but that brown red. That's really nice. I wonder what that color is called. I do need to clean this up, but ignore that. You know what I mean? Super cute. This is another great thrift find. Stars Hollow. I do have a few Gilmore Girls sweatshirts, but this is like a really, really great one because I feel like when someone notices it, and like they say like, oh my gosh, you know they're like a real fan because it says Stars Hollow, it doesn't even say Gilmore Girls. So it's like, girl, you know, Connecticut. Yeah, I love this sweater. Perfect. It's actually 70 degrees still. Let me get my summer clothes back out. These are secondhand blazer jackets that I've gotten from my boyfriend's mom because she is a fashion icon. Can we say fashion icon, everyone? Fashion icon? These, I honestly probably wear these so much. Like, these are heavy in my rotation because I wear a lot of earth tones and I love earth tones, and like these go perfectly with everything. This I love to wear with like dark denim or like a mini skirt and boots. This I love to wear with a solid color underneath, and also sometimes dark denim. I wore it I think 2 nights ago with dark denim, and people were like, that outfit's everything. I was like, I know, it's because she has the best style. It's so flirty. Perfect. I love this for going over a dress or like again with the skirt. I know I say that all the time, but skirts, I feel more comfortable in skirts and dresses than pants because something about it just feels more freeing than like this. And I don't know if that's like a body thing or whatever, but I'm only going to be usually wearing this if I'm about to work out or like go on a bunch of errands. But if it's going to be like day-to-day life, I'm going to be in a skirt or a dress. And like, it's just how it is, you know? Look at that sleeve. Beautiful. So good on. And this is one that I like contemplated getting because I was like, am I going to wear it? It's like a really dark greenish, blackish color, grayish. And I was like, I don't know if I'm actually going to wear it. But every time I wear this with my dress, I feel so confident. It's like a really cool like contrast design on the jacket, and it really, really looks good on. And yeah, it's just perfect. It's like wide leg. It's so cute. It's for the summer. It's like, I just feel like you can wear it on a little boat or something. It's very nautical themed, to the beach. It is a little thick, so like I do wear it mostly. I wore it in the fall and like, you know, end of summer, early fall is kind of the vibe rather than like direct summer, but it's still very cute. And you know, sometimes when you thrift, there will be little stains like this or things like that, but I still feel like it's worth it because no one's really looking, and if they are, it's like, what does it really matter, dude? And it's just so cute. I love things that look like this. I call this my Rory Gilmore sweater because it really looks like the sweater she wears in that episode. I don't recall what it is, but She's walking with some books in her backpack and like a skirt. And she has a sweater just like this. I think it's like an Irish wool sweater. Very, very warm and just perfect for this season. Snapchat, if I remember correctly, which I can't believe, like there was a time when Snapchat was like, I mean, it's still popular now, so I have heard from the youth. But there was a time when I was like super on it. Like all my friends were, and they might still be, but I deleted it. I went through like a period where I kind of deleted all social media. But anyways, before that time, I would share posts very often. I called them pink positive posts or positive pink posts. And they were just very encouraging, you know, words of affirmation, kind of goal setting, you know, comfort words for people who might be going through something but don't necessarily want to tell anyone or haven't told anyone or don't know, you know, how to get through it. And it was just a reminder that there's someone out there, you know, giving you a virtual hug, giving you a hug from afar, reminding you to give yourself a hug. And it was important to me because I was going through something, and I was honestly at probably my lowest mental health wise, and I needed that like extra encouragement and push. And so that's why I shared it. And I really, my goal was to have that feel like a hug to people who also might be going through something. And so that's where the name Give Yourself a Hug came from. And I actually started it too with the journey of my natural hair. So I have had a, you know, like many black women, I feel, had an interesting relationship with hair where like, you know, I had it permed for many years. And then when it wasn't permed, I like didn't know what to do because I never learned it myself. Like I never taught myself. I never learned from anybody else. So I kind of just was like, oh, I don't really know. And I was used to straightening it and just getting it done. And then my mom had my hair cut in high school. And during that time, it was like a very low cut, and I was insecure about it because, you know, I just, again, didn't know how to deal with my natural hair, and I also felt like I'm the only one with this haircut, like, I'm just making me, you know, even more of an outsider, blah, 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 blah. Little did I know, honestly, looking back at the pictures now, I'm like, girl, this outfit, this hair is fire. Like, it looks so good, but, you know, you can't go back in time. And then I grew it out, you know, all throughout college. I wore braids, basically. Like, I think I did have my hair out sometimes, but mostly it was just braids. A little braid bob Brandy moment. Like, Brandy, that 90s bob, that's exactly what I was going for, and that's exactly what I would have all throughout college. Then after college, again, I went through a little metamorphosis type vibe with going through some stuff, and I dyed my hair, and then I cut it all off again. And then I was like, oh, okay, I can kind of rock with this little low cut. And I grew it out again, and then I still, though, at this time, didn't know how to deal with my natural hair deal. So I, was when it grew out, after cutting it short, I was like, oh, and I cut it again. And then I would just continually cut it then for, 2 years, I think. I would just cut my hair when it grew out a little bit. Until one year, I had my dad help me cut my hair, and he actually made a mistake and cut, a huge patch of my hair out. Again, it was very low, so it was very noticeable. It would be noticeable now, obviously, too, but maybe, you could put hair in front of it or whatever, but it was very low, so the patch was noticeable. And I kind of looked in the mirror, and I was like, you know what? I didn't want to make him feel bad. I also was like, it's hair. I mean, at that point, again, I had been cutting it so much, and it grew back every time that I wasn't nervous about it growing back, and I kind of was like, you know, whatever. So I was like, just shave it all off. So I did. And I was, you know, kind of not super, not exactly bald, but basically bald. Because, there was no hair on my head, but, you could kind of see little, particles? I don't know. But I was bald. Okay, so that was a time, and that was an adjustment again. A little bit of that India Ari, I'm not my hair, you know, revelation, X, Y, and Z, that people, I think, also experience with locks and things like that. It's you realize it's really not that big of a deal. It kind of feels like a big deal, and of course you're going to feel a little bit insecure is not really the word, but just aware, heightened awareness, and being how are people perceiving me, you know, blah, blah, blah. But then again, my hair grew back. And it was in that period of after being bald, I was like, you know what? When my hair grows back this time, I'm going to learn how to do it. And braid it and deal with it and, you know, do a wash and go and, you know, really take care of my hair. Do heat treatments, do, you know, protective styles, you know, wear a bonnet consistently and, you know, wash my hair with, meaning to it, not just washing it and being oh, whatever, but, taking the time to detangle and all those things. And I started to post that online because I was just like, you know, I'm bald, and I was like, let's see what's happening. Like, I just thought that would be an interesting journey to look back on, like, oh wow, I was bald and now I'm here. And that's kind of how I started it. It was kind of a hug to myself, saying like, listen, you don't know your natural hair like that, and you don't really have that experience or relationship with your hair, but you're gonna do it, and you know, it's possible. There's a lot of people who just learn their hair, and I wanted to encourage myself basically on the Give Yourself a Hug page of like, you're doing it, and you know, you're gonna mess up, and I'm still not honestly the best with my hair. Like, I still learn every 5 seconds. And like, this is not even a hairstyle right now. This is what, day 7 after having it. It was a lot more like twisted out and blown out and everything, but I need to wash it today, which I will be doing. But again, it's like, it's constantly a learning process, and I still want to learn to like cornrow. I don't know how to do that, but I'm a big fan of like mini twists, mini braids. That's like my go-to style when I don't know what to do, and then taking it out, or I just do the afro with a little bit of product in it. I like to use Nourish and Shine cream, or sometimes Camille Rose products as well. I use the gel, but I don't really love gel because, I mean, I love it for certain things. Like, I love a slick back, and sometimes I'll do it, but sometimes I don't have it in me, to be honest. I'm not there yet. Again, I'm giving myself a hug, though. I'm learning. It's a journey. So yeah, that's my story of starting the page, starting the hair page on Instagram, and then now transitioning to YouTube. Just fun facts. Love to thrift. I'm in a band called Velvet. We play jazz, R&B, we play 60s pop, we play some like, not folky, but kind of folky. So we kind of play a variety of things, which is really fun in Connecticut because it gives everyone a wide variety of songs. And I think, you know, they're not expecting it because we do sing a lot of jazz, but then we'll kind of flip the switch real quick and do something else. So that's been really fun. And what else? I love to read. Oh, that's what I'm going to say quickly. Another thing you can thrift a lot of is books. I think it's one for that. I thrifted that, I read it, it was great, and then I looked it up, and now it's becoming a show. And I feel like that stuff always happens. So the bookstore is a great place to thrift. The books are $1 usually. $1. Like, you know what I mean? Books are $15, which I want to say too, I do sometimes think you should buy the novel because it does support the author. You know what I mean? But also, you know, an old book or something, you know what, just, you know, there's always 2 sides to every coin, or whatever they say. Freya's staring. But this is another book I got secondhand. My sister, someone donated a bunch of books, and she sent me some of the books, which was very nice of her to do. And I'm really excited to read it because I know this was also a show, but it is about a Jamaican woman, I believe, and of her family and everything like that. And I'm really interested to read. I'm intrigued, and I want to get into it when I like know I have the time to really dedicate to reading, because sometimes with the band, honestly, and working, it's like time kind of crunches together and there's not as much time. But I'm hoping to start this weekend. Yeah, so yeah, those are my hobbies, you know, thrifting, fashion, music, reading, and just home decor stuff. So thank you for listening, and yeah, hopefully we're going to keep sharing on this page. I do have an Instagram, which is the same username as my YouTube channel. But yeah, I'm going to go practice some songs and make some lunch, and that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful 2025. Let's get it. Keep doing things that make me uncomfortable, but what are you going to do?